Hi everyone, this is Lisa. What we're going to look at today is Family 12. It's on page 117 of your Legal WP books. So you could have a look there, turn to that page now, and you can see this is a chair's agenda, okay? So chair's agenda, and it's a bit weird, so this is why I wanted to do a video about it. Now, what happens is it's a normal document, and then after we've done the headings, we have to split it into two columns. So we have to put what we call in section breaks. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a new blank document up, like we always do. I think I've already done it to this one actually. Go to the line spacing tool, make sure, click on remove. I've already done it, so it says add. So they should both say add, and make sure you clicked on one. So that makes single line spacing easy peasy. Okay. Now I'm just going to get the headings up there. Now these are the headings that I previously typed out, so I didn't waste too much time on this video. So as you can see, you've typed chair's agenda, made it a bigger size, put in brackets underneath, prepared for Valerie Ingram, then put meeting of Ingram Notchy Nixon's family department. Actually, that does look a bit bigger in there, so I'm just going to select that and make that just maybe a bit bigger. That's it. And then it says select a day for on a Friday, 2 weeks time. Actually happens to be 25th of December. I know that's not going to happen in real time, but we'll just leave it as it is. Don't worry about it. Okay, so these are the headings for the chair's agenda. So basically, Valerie Ingram is running this meeting, okay? There's certain agenda points, okay? And there's certain things she mustn't forget to say. So we're going to have an agenda on the left-hand side, and then she can write notes on the right-hand side, okay? Seems a bit weird, I know. So we're going to press enter a few times, make sure I left align it, and you can see my cursor is here, yeah? What I want to do now is insert a section break. You can see my ruler. Every Word document is basically one column, but I want to change this into two columns, okay? So what I need to do is insert a section break. So you see at the top where it says search, I'm just going to type section, and it should say insert a section break. So let's go there. Well, there's several section breaks that you can do, okay? So what we want to do is a continuous section break. So we have it all one column on normal to start with, and then from this point forward it's going to be split into two columns, okay? Now this is really good to use these section breaks because you could have a long document and have most of the document portrait, but then you might want something landscape, and you can put a section break in to say, right, change this page only to landscape, and then after it put no, change it back to portrait, you see? So you can have lots of different things. Anyway, we're going to click on continuous. Now nothing seems to have happened, nothing at all, but I'm going to put show hide on. Can you see that is a section break that I've inserted? So if I go after the section break, and then if I say layout columns, I want two columns, okay? So if you look, when I'm here, can you see here, I've got one column here, and I've got one column here. If I click into where it says chair's agenda, can you see it's just the one column, the single column. After the section declare, see it's one column. After the section break, it goes to two columns, okay? Now you might need some help with that, but hopefully just look at this again and see how it's done. So it is up here, section break, insert a section break, but make sure your cursor is after these four headings, okay? Now what it wants us to do is type the details, okay? So it says make sure that the subheadings are all in block capital. So when it says 1, apologise for absence, okay, that should be in capitals, and then underneath, no apologies for absence have been received today, okay? Well, obviously, because you're level 3, they're going to put errors in, and I can tell you apologise is wrong. It should be apologies. So I'm just going to put caps lock on and type apologies for absence. So I'm going to turn show hide off because it's really annoying. Right, and then I'm going to press enter twice. Oops. Why did that go like that? Let me just check. And I've spelled apologies wrong, I've just noticed. Remove the space after paragraph. There you go. Sometimes you have to do it several times because it just goes wrong. But apologies. What you've got to remember is when you type stuff in capitals, it's really easy to not notice a mistake. Okay. So apologies for absence, press enter twice. That's what I'm expecting. And then I've got to write no apologies. That's it, it's corrected this time. For absence have been received to date. Now, can you see that text wrap? Because this is the only typable space. Okay, makes sense? Now here, I would normally tell you to page number it, okay? But we're going to be different this time because you've got numbers and then you've got text. So I'm just going to type 1 there and press the tab key. Okay, oops, no, I did a comma. Let's go back. 1 dot, enter. Okay, but I absolutely detest when it indents. So I'm just going to go indent backwards. There you go. Okay, now normally I'd say this is wrong, it's got to line up here, but you don't necessarily have to. See if I can control tab, it goes too far, so go backwards. I'm just going to leave it as that because that's fine. No apologies for absent tab being to date. Right, enter twice, and now I'm going to type the rest of my document. Okay, by the magic of stop and start, this is something that I typed earlier. So if I do Control V, okay, so I've typed it out previously. Now what I've got to do is, where it says minutes of the last meeting, that has got to be 2. So I'm going to go 2 dot tab. Lovely. Matters arising from the minutes, 3 dot tab. So wherever it's in capitals, it's got to be numbered and tabbed. Legal aid is 5, I think. That is 6. Can you see that space? Is that space right? Let me just have a quick check. Yeah, the space does look right. Okay. 6, 7 dot tab, and then 8 dot tab. Perfect. Now the idea is that all the text is on the left hand side and it's not on the right hand side, so this is a problem because this shouldn't be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in front of any other business and I'm going to enter down. I know it sounds insane, go enter down, because I need that to go on to the next page. So now it's on the next page because this column here should be free, but now I've got all these numbers, so I'm just going to select all these numbers down the side. I'm just going to turn off numbering. There you go. So that's what we wanted. We wanted everything on the left hand side, so when Valerie has the meeting she can write her own notes on the right hand side about every bit. Okay. Oh look, that is too big, that space. There you go. So make sure your spacing is right. In fact, turn show hide on and you can see there should be 1 space between everything. All the spacing should be the same. Lovely. But now look, any other business, it's on its own on the right hand side. We can't have that. Enter down. Turn show hide off. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, that is what we want, and that's all I need you to do. But of course, it's not that simple. You've got to do footers, and because it goes to 2 pages, you've automatically got to do page numbers without me telling you to. So remember, to do page numbers, double click at the bottom. Yeah, we're going to go insert, page number, bottom of page. I'm just going to say plain number 3. Doesn't have to be any fancy style. Okay, lovely. You can see the page numbers on the first page, but you know we're not allowed that. So I'm going to click different first page. Okay, lovely. And that's lovely. Now I've got to put my details in. Oops, what went wrong there? Computer had a bit of a fit, but it's the right page number still there. Right, so I'm going to type here, it's the Rose and the number of my document, which is family 12. Lovely. Now, I need that on the second page as well. So what I'm going to do is go to the left-hand side, select, right-click, copy, go down the second page after the page number, and just do Control-V, and hopefully it sorts it out. Now, I'm going to click out the footer, and just to show you, I'm going to minimize it down, and hopefully that is what it should be handing in. Okay, so that is a perfect chair's agenda. Okay, you can see at the bottom, let's see if I can extend that down. You can see, yeah, you've got my details, you've got page number. That's perfect. Now, when you do the date and time of the next meeting, it said second, I think it says second Friday or something in January. So it works out 8th January. The mistake most people make is they put 2020, and of course, next year is coming up really quick. It's going to be 2021. Okay, so that's basically it for the chair's agenda. Okay, thank you.